Talks with Pallavi Ahluwalia of Ahluwalia Law Offices. Tune into their show between 10:30 a.m. and 11 a.m. every Wednesday on 104.9 FM and ask her all your legal questions. Ms. Ahluwalia owns and operates Ahluwalia Law Offices PC. She received her law degree in 1996 from Southern Methodist University in Dallas, Texas, and also has a graduate degree in English Literature and Master of Philosophy in English Literature from the University of Punjab, Chandigarh in India. Ms. Ahluwalia is also a certified mediator and has served as an appointed mediator for Collin County Courts. In addition to regularly volunteering at legal aid clinics hosted by the Legal Aid of Northwest Texas, Ms. Ahluwalia serves as a legal advisor to Chetna, a non-profit organization working on issues related to domestic violence. She also spearheaded and participated in the inaugural annual legal aid clinic that was held to benefit the underprivileged South Asian community. Ms. Ahluwalia also served on the North American South Asian Bar Association's Executive Committee and is the founding president of the South Asian Bar Association of Dallas. Her speaking engagements have included being speaker at the National South Asian Bar Association's annual conference, speaking at the conference held by the Texas chapter of the American Immigration Lawyers Association, and a presenter to the Indo-American Chamber of Commerce activities. She has been featured in Texas Lawyer magazine for an article on law firm ethics. Ms. Ahluwalia speaks English, Hindi, Urdu, and Spanish. Her office handles cases involving immigration and naturalization law, family law, business law, contract law, and civil litigation. She can be contacted directly at 972-361-0606 or pallavi@yourdesilawyer.com.
It is time for Your Business Matters with Pallavi Ahluwalia from Ahluwalia Law Offices. Number in the studio 972-235-5555. So yes, get ready to ask your question related to immigration and naturalization or anything related to family law, corporate or civil matters. If you want to reach Pallavi beyond this show on air, you can call their front desk manager at 972-361-0606. Ahluwalialaw.com is the website to go to, or you can log on to yourdesilawyer.com as well. All the lines are open for you all to call, and with that, once again, a very warm welcome to you, Pallavi. Once again, a very good morning to you.
A wonderful morning to you, Meetu. Glad to be here this morning, and what a pretty morning, at least from the rain standpoint. Looking forward to it cooling down here in the Metroplex. It's been want to feel like a little bit like fall, and that's usually after Labor Day. Those kind of feelings get set in then. I know that we have calls that have started to come in, and I'd be happy to go over all the questions here today.
All right, 972-235-5555 number in the studio. Going to our first caller, Phanisha Radio. You're live on the air. Go ahead and ask your question, please.
Yeah, hi. Good afternoon. This is Zohair from Immigration Voice.
Hi, Zohair. We haven't heard from you in a while. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you.
Okay.
तो बहुत टाइम से आया नहीं हूँ, बट आज एक्साइटिंग न्यूज़ है, तो मैंने सोचा अपडेट कर देता हूँ. बट हम लोग करीबन 150 लोग हैं जो प्रीटी मच होम पेज बना के बैठे हैं स्टेट डिपार्टमेंट की वीजा बुलेटिन के लिए.
ओके, बताओ क्या हो रहा है.
हाँ जी,
ऐसे बताएं क्या हो रहा है.
So we have been working on relief measures, and one of the relief measures, what we are hoping is that the way the State Department calculates the visa bulletin and try to get to whatever relief in terms of early adjustment of status. अगर visa bulletin की डेट आगे बढ़ जाती है, so then people can benefit, those who are waiting for the green card. It doesn't mean people will get green card,
right? But
at least they can file their 485, and once they have filed 485, they have the security and stability they need to stay in the country.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
in another 1 hour's time, the visa bulletin, or 2 hours time, the visa bulletin should be out. Everybody is, we have a group, Telegram group of 150 volunteers.
Okay.
We are chatting, we are fingers crossed, and everybody is excited to see how much the visa bulletin moves. And for other countries, it might be current, it may not matter much, but especially people from India, it's a long wait time.
Right. So we're hoping, so Zohair, just so that I know, so we're hoping for a jump in the visa bulletin in the EB2 as well as the EB3 categories?
Correct.
Okay, and is this based on those, the principles of the ones that Immigration Voice was involved in, saying that just count the beneficiaries but not their dependents, or is it just going to be, no, it's not based on that?
It is not.
Okay.
But this is just an administrative fix and how the visa bulletins are interpreted.
Okay.
So this is like a Tylenol thing. The antibiotics would be the fairness bill that we are still working on.
Sure.
And then, the permanent surgery would be the comprehensive immigration reform bill.
Absolutely.
So while the other two things needs legislation, needs Congress,
Okay.
this is something President Obama administration is trying to help the skilled immigrants, and we appreciate it. We thank the administration, and we will see in another 1 or 2 hours time.
All right, wonderful, wonderful. So we're looking forward to that, and we're still not giving up on the what is it? The High Skilled Fairness Act, the one that you guys have been working on. We're waiting on that to happen as well.
Correct. The Fairness for High Skilled Immigrants of Congressman Sheffetz. That has 48 co-sponsors now. It is just the timing and the demographics and with all the other issues. Even with Congressman Sheffetz's office, this obviously this goes on a low priority right now, but you never know if the politics changes, it could immediately get introduced.
Wonderful, wonderful. So we look forward to the visa bulletin. Actually, as soon as I came here, that was my first understanding, because it usually does come out by the 8th of September, 8th of the month, but it's still not out yet. So hopefully in the next couple of hours, as you said.
Thank you. Thank you, Ahluwalia Law Firm, and thank you for Phanisha.
All right. Thank you, Zohair.
And thank you for coming on air and filling us in on that front. Thank you so much. Going to our next caller, Phanisha Radio. You are live on the air. Go ahead and ask your question, please.
Hi, this is Maida. Can I please talk to Pallavi Ahluwalia?
I'm on the air. Please go ahead, ask your question.
Hi, Pallavi. I just had a question. Actually, I wanted to know, can my husband claim my sister, his dependent, on his tax?
No, I mean, she has to be the member of the household. Has she been listed as a member of the household? Does she live in the country? What's her status? What's her age? A lot of those.
She's on green card. She's on green card and she is 20, but she doesn't work, and she is studying in Pakistan. So
Yeah,
she
no.
comes and then she
Yeah, I
goes
would say
back,
so.
obviously, because she has to finish her studies. But we are planning to get her married. So we just wanted to know that if my husband claims her as his dependent, then on that tax return, can she sponsor her spouse?
No. So a couple of things here. Number one, for for exemptions or for whether somebody can be a dependent, you have to consult with a CPA, and we're not CPAs, we are immigration attorneys, and we can't give that advice. So you should ask, but some basic questions would be if the person is living in your household, they are your dependents if they are with you, and if she's abroad, then no. And then the second thing is when she's listed, so this is more a generic question, answer to your question, which is, can someone use a tax return in which they are listed as dependents? I look at it as a larger question, not pertaining to your sister, but just as a general question, and that answer should be no. Because for the person to be able to sponsor another person, they have to be able to file their own tax returns and have their own income. They just being listed on someone else's tax return will not enable them to be able to sponsor anyone on the financial side for a green card later on. But I would still direct you to go to a CPA and have this question answered for your sister.
Yeah, but if we file for the green card, we can have a co-sponsor as well.
Yes, absolutely. So even if she
don't
has,
if we don't do a job or something, then we can file a co-sponsor,
correct,
right?
so she can have a zero tax return, but she must file her own taxes when she's a green card holder. Okay, so even if she does not make any money, she can have a zero tax return, and then she will require a co-sponsor to be able to come in, and maybe that's the time your husband can be a co-sponsor instead of listing her as a dependent.
Okay, so what do you suggest that we should file her independent tax as a zero income, and then my husband can be co-sponsor for her spouse, right?
Yes, but again, on the dependent question, you must ask a CPA. But for the purpose of even her getting her her naturalization eligibility later on, she must be filing taxes all the time that she's been a green card holder. So even if it is a zero tax return, there is an obligation to file a tax return.
All right. Thank you so much for your question. Moving on, 972-235-5555, number in the studio. You are live on Phanisha Radio 104.9 FM. Go ahead and ask your question, please.
Yes, please. I'm just calling to find out. My daughter is getting married in December, and I want to invite a few couples for the wedding.
Okay.
So I want to know what kind of paperwork that I need to send other than the invitation.
So it would just be the invitation, and you could precede the invitation with a casual email, not a formal letter, but a casual email that says, and that just goes over your family or whoever you're inviting, telling them that they're taking some time off and coming for the wedding, and that you appreciate it, and for them to take off. The B1, B2 visa is usually given. And it's based on the person who's applying and the reason, number one, for the visit, which you're establishing by the fact that there is a wedding here. Number two, their financial ability in the home country. And number three, their emotional ties to the home country. So I suggest that the email go over all those three things in a subtle manner so that the officer who reads that email, if it's part of the documents that are presented, then they can understand that this family is going to go back, that they're here only for a short time, and that they have things that are going on for them in the home country, work-wise as well as family-wise. All right?
Okay. So I don't need to send any paperwork from my side, like my employment and my tax returns, anything like that?
Yes. So they should be able to prove that themselves. Now, if they do require an affidavit of support that you'll take care of them while they're here, then that's a different matter, and that you can decide that on a case-by-case basis. You can decide that if that family member, that friend, or that couple requires it or not.
Oh, okay.
All right.
All right. Thank you very much.
All the best.
Thank you so much, and congratulations on your daughter's wedding. Going on
Yes.
to our next caller, Panisha Radio, you're live on the air. Go ahead and ask your question, please. Panisha Radio, you're live on the air. Go ahead and ask your question.
Hello?
Yes, you're on the air. Go ahead and ask your question.
Thank you for taking my call. The question is that if a boy goes to Pakistan, get married over there, and then come back and apply for his wife's visa, how long does it take?
So is the boy a U.S. citizen or a green card holder?
Citizen.
A citizen, okay. So it's taking about less than a year. It's about 8 months to about 12 months for the whole paperwork to be done. So when he comes back here, he's going to be doing the I-130, which is roughly taking by 4 to 6 months to process. And then after that would be the National Visa Center process. And if all the documents are responded to in a timely manner, then that also may just take about 4 or 5 months at the max. So I would say under a year at the current processing times. They are subject to change though.
Okay, so if he applies for the fiancé visa, does it take faster?
If he's already married, then should not do the fiancé. But the fiancé,
he's not married
he's not
yet.
married yet. Okay, so it takes about 5-6 months for the fiancé visa to go through, maybe even 7 months. And then when the person comes in here, within 90 days, they have to file for the adjustment of status, and that's when she would be eligible for the green card.
Okay, so why does it take longer for a wife than for a fiancé?
Yeah, good question, and I wish that would be just a faster track. Now, there are no processing, there is no visa bulletin processing delays here for a spouse of a U.S. citizen, but there are processing delays, and that just documents how many people that have already filed, so they're in queue to be processed. So that's all the time that it takes, and if that number decreases, then the timelines go a bit faster, and if it is that they are backlogged, then it becomes a little slower. So it's not related to any category except that it is a current category.
Oh, okay. And if she comes as a wife, then she will get the green card in a few weeks?
No. When she
After coming here?
yes. So what you're saying is, if she were to arrive with her 551 stamped on her passport, yes, she'll have to go through biometrics real quick, and then they will send her green card to her address.
Okay, but if she comes as a fiancé, then after getting married and after
Adjustment of
changing
status.
the status, then it will take how many months to get the green
It's
card?
about 6 months to 7 months. Again, the 485 processing time is about that much right now.
Oh, okay. Thank you, I appreciate it.
All the best.
Thank you so much. And for all the listeners tuning in just now, this is Your Business Matters with Pallavi Ahluwalia from Ahluwalia Law Offices. And if you want to get in touch with her for private consultation, you can call their front desk manager at 972-361-0606, their website ahluwalialaw.com or yourdaclawyer.com. With that, going to the next caller, Phonesia Radio. You are live on the air. Go ahead and ask your question, please.
Yeah, thanks for receiving my call. My question is regarding my H4 dependent. My H4 dependent have visa valid till next couple of years, but I-94 as port of entry was given till passport expiry date.
Okay.
Now I have renewed the passport and trying to fill I-539 to extend the I-94 date, but I don't see an option to provide the new passport details. It's just asking for the current I-94 details. Could you please ask me how to provide the new passport details so that USPS can...
Right. So if that question, it should be a question that's on the 539. But even, so are you doing this online? Are you filing this form online? Because you have to submit a copy of the passport. Also the old visa, you'll also have to submit the fact that you are still on an H1B, your pay stubs, everything relating to the fact that she will be extended up until the 2 years period, or the 2-year period that you're talking about, along with the expiring I-94. So those are the documents that will be submitted. And I can pull up the I-539, but I think that should be a question that should be on the 539. And if not, then you have to have it sent as a copy of that passport that's required in the exhibit list.
Okay. Actually, is there any way to do e-filing of I-539 form? Or
Yes,
need to send?
Yes, there is an e-filing, but I would say that it's better because it does require you to send in documents again, and sometimes there may be a little bit of a glitch. So I'm more comfortable with you filling out the form, putting in all the required documents at the back, and then sending the application together.
Okay, so I just need to slip the new passport and my H1B petition papers and my H4 dependent the valid visa papers, right?
Well, no, so what you have to do is that you will be putting in your current pay stubs, your current validity period. If you have a visa, then that. So the current pay stubs would go over about 3 or 4 of your latest pay stubs. Your wife's old I-94, a copy of her passport. So everything that establishes the fact that she has that option. Now, when it comes to the passport number, it is a document, it is a required number that you put on the 539. It is part of the 11B. It's under 11 and that goes over the I-94 as well as the passport number. It's 11B. So reference that when you're filling out the application, because that's where it would be.
Okay, in 11B actually they're asking for I-94 details, but that is with the old passport. So is it fine if I fill the old passport?
Yeah, no. They're asking for, so let's just look at this independently. They're asking for the I-94 number, that's one. They're not telling you that it's the old passport. You have to just put in the latest passport number there. You could start it and put the old passport copy at the back as well if you want to, but you have to provide the latest passport number.
Okay, I got it. Thanks a lot for your input.
Okay, all the best to you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you for your call. 972-235-5555. Number in the studio. Going to our next caller. Can you please turn off your radio and then ask your question? Let's give you one more chance. Can you please turn off your radio and ask your question? Yes, not. I'll have to move on. Call us back. 972-235-5555. That's the number in the studio. Go ahead and ask your question, please.
Hi, Pallavi. I just wanted to ask, like, if some families here on a visitor visa, can they start working here and put their kids in public schools?
Not allowed. That is not allowed. Yes, a visitor visa does not allow you to come and work here, and that's the reason visitor visa is very carefully given. because they do not want people to come here and work illegally. So that is not an allowed option.
Okay, and what about the putting kids in the public school?
Well, if the public schools are allowing admission while the family is visiting the country, and that's okay, then that's fine. And it depends on what the public schools are looking for in terms of the information. From what I understand, they are not looking for immigration status, but they're just looking for the fact that there's residency, with the, the electricity bills, or, all of those, that kind of proof, as along with birth certificates of the children. So that's not us. So if a school is giving them admission, then that's fine while they're here, but no work. Work is not allowed.
All right. Thank you, Pallavi.
All the best.
Thank you so much. Going to our next caller, Financial Radio, you're live on the air. Go ahead and ask your question, please.
My question is about my mom's green card. My mom's green card is expiring in March, and she is in India. What do I have to do to renew her green card?
Well, she'll have to come in here to do the I-90. She'll have to be here to do the I-90. So the renewal will have to be done here, because she has to go through biometrics also, her fingerprinting. That has to be done in the country.
And after she files I-90, how long does it take to get the biometrics?
Biometrics is roughly about 6 to 8 weeks, but closer to the 6-week mark, as well as opposed to the 8-week mark. And once that is done, then she's free to travel and keep coming back in and out of the country. Should not be staying out of the country for over 6 months in a stretch.
Right. But do I have to file before it expires? I mean, how much time is there a minimum limit I have to file it by? If
she's in the country, there is not a limit. It can be even filed after it's expired. The USCIS does not penalize you, because they've not taken away your resident status. However, if she is abroad and she does not show up before that time, she has no document which will provide her entry to the country. They will not allow her entry with an expired document. So she has to file it. If she wants to use it to come into the country, then she has to come in, file it, have that I-90 receipt. Once that's there, then she'll have to stamp her passport with a 551, and that will allow her to travel.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
All the best.
Thank you so much. So we have just about a minute in our hand. Let's see if we can squeeze in a quick question there. It has to be really quick. You are live on the air. Go ahead and ask your question quickly.
Hello, ma'am. I have two questions. First one is, my wife got EAD. Recently they gave EAD for whoever got 140 approval, they gave EAD, right? So she have to work only on the software job, or she can work anywhere else with that EAD? That is the first question. Second question is, what is the new thing going on with the I-140? The next month, they said that something is going on, if something in the visa bulletin, something is going to move.
Okay.
I want to get a clarification on that.
Okay. Yes, all right. Okay, so EAD will allow her to work anywhere she wants to. That's your first answer. And for the second answer, the visa bulletin, we are expecting it to move for EB2 and EB3 categories for India. And that was a discussion that we were having early on. There is no other, there are different kind of proposals out there to reform the system, but nothing concrete yet. We're just simply waiting for the visa bulletin to move forward.
All right, thank you so much, Pallavi, and that's all the time we have today.
Thank you, Meetu. Thank you for hosting me, and I look forward to being back soon.